getting this shit up and running. Alright. I'm probably gonna tab back to the game. That would fucking make a difference, wouldn't it? Oh, the audio's fucking gone. What the fuck? God damn it. Every fucking time I fucking do this shit, something doesn't fucking work. Ah, fuck. Yeah, there's no fucking audio. That didn't fix it. Did I manually adjust the volume? No. Not coming from a different input device. Where'd the audio go? That didn't do it. Well, only one way to fix that glaring fucking problem. Reboot and pray to fuck it fixes itself. I'm a betting man, and I'm betting it didn't. Yeah, I think there should be audio by now. So I'm gonna go on the assumption that that didn't fix it. Well, that's not fucking awful in the slightest. The fuck? Let's fix that, and that, and that, and that. As if that did jack shit. Well then. This is gonna be real fucking fun. Well, in an effort to keep that from being a completely silent situation.
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
There's always more than one way to skin a cat. Well then. Oh, by the time this goes live on YouTube, I'm getting copyright striked like a motherfucker. The fuck is the only song in this goddamn playlist fucking just that? What is this bullshit? The fuck is this bullshit? Forgot that was on Max. Well then, okay. Who needs fucking audio? I don't need audio. I don't fucking need shit. Fucking insanity this is. I forgot to bring up the fucking laptop with a fucking script on it. Oh boy. Well then. Here we go with unscripted, completely not thought out in the slightest fucking commentary. Oh boy. Well then. This can't be horribly fucked in the slightest. So, this is just going to be collecting fucking gameplay for a YouTube video I'm working on, but the idea here behind it is that I'm going to, I guess now, instead of read my fucking script for practice, am going to ramble off my fucking, well, what I thought the script fucking said. Nothing better than forward planning and not actually doing that forward plan. It didn't come out right. This loading is taking really long. Did I click off and I just didn't notice? Yeah. Everything I could possibly fucking do wrong is going wrong, and I haven't even started. Jesus fucking Christ. There is no goddamn audio still. What the God damn it. You know what? Not even gonna bother trying to fix it at this point. Well, the headphones aren't the problem. I think. Fucking goddamn it. Whatever. Skip the fucking cutscene. Might as well get to it. So, the fucking title is basically what I'm going to be discussing, which is Senran Kagura is secretly fucking brilliant. And I kind of want to just go over briefly why I feel this series is just deceptively fucking genius in every aspect that I can fucking possibly find. So, for starters, it's not a big franchise. Like, despite the fact that a lot of people have fucking heard about it, it's not massive. Like, it's just small enough that I can say it's an underrated and underappreciated series while also still having just that... Oh, fuck. Well, I fucked that one up within 30 seconds, but, it's just big enough that I can say that it's underrated and it needs to be fucking appreciated more. But, for one reason I want to say that is that it is a very niche game, to be certain. If that isn't incredibly apparent. And that nicheness, I don't think that's a word, but that leads to a certain level of just being kind of not really noticed by a lot of people who otherwise would probably really like it. It's got really solid fucking gameplay mechanics. I know that this is not a main series fucking title, to kind of put that incredibly bluntly. Fucking shit, I don't even know where the fuck I want to start with that, but Peach Ball is definitely one of the, god damn it, more outside the fucking norm of Senran Kagura games, and it's still good. It's really a fucking good, I don't want to call it generic pinball game, but it's on a scale of real arcade machine to that shitty 3D pinball game that they fucking have on like a lot of different devices. I think it's like on fucking Xbox, fucking the Switch, all sorts of shit. But like on a scale of that, so like a 1 to 10, but with really shit pinball simulators and then actually good pinball simulators, this isn't bad. And that's saying something, because they have fucking Senran Kagura, the fucking cooking one. I think it's, I want to say it was Bon Appetit. Bon Apple Titties! But, fucking, that one's also a really good rhythm game. And, I don't know, it's, I wouldn't call that one deceptive, but it's it's not what you'd expect, and that's something I can safely say is really good that this series does all the time. Is it hides a lot of really smart, brilliant storytelling and creative gameplay behind, I would almost be hesitant to call it a paywall, where instead of an actual physical monetary payment being required, you have to kind of, I don't want to call it sell your soul, but almost sell your soul and play a fucking incredibly lewd fucking anime game. And in that regard, it's really fucking impressive how much they managed to pack into a game that surface level is just anime titties, just everywhere. And I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people would be off-put by it, but probably shouldn't be, because of just how amazing the series is in its storytelling, its graphics, and the gameplay, best of all. Because, well, it is a video game. And the anime was pretty good. It did a pretty decent job of, doing what it needed to do, get the story of the series across to, new players, and potentially, fucking have old players of the games fucking actually give a flying fuck again. And I mean, sure, I'm probably going to buy every single game that comes out in this series till the fucking end of time, but what I would say is certainly one of the more important factors than just managing to sell copies is putting in the effort and making a series that does really fucking well in every aspect. And I don't mean just does really well in that it sells a lot of fucking copies. I mean does really well in that it gives players a reason to play it. And fucking so far, I can safely say every fucking game does it. Every single one. And no matter which entry you decide to fucking start with, they're all a good starting point. No matter what you're looking for. If you're looking for gameplay, if you're looking for a good story, if you're looking for just anime titties in general, this game does fucking everything really well, and that's awesome. And I think that not a lot of people would play it if not for the anime titties. And there's a lot of people who won't play it because of them. And that's sad, but it's a really great game, every single one of them. Whether you're fucking talking about Estival, or you're talking about fucking Deep Crimson, the fucking only one that I can safely say if they don't remake, I'd actually probably, actually be sad about, because that game is fucking amazing, and it kind of sucks that was locked to the 3DS. I don't remember them ever even saying they would remake that, but it would be dope if they did. It's besides the point. But for starters, the storytelling is what I want to start off with. The gameplay really does take a backseat, in my opinion, to the storytelling, because the gameplay is very kind of cut and dry, very rigid. It's always the same mechanics for just about every fucking, at least main series game. The same generalized beat 'em up fucking gameplay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't have a good story, you're probably not going to be too compelled to continue playing a game like that. And that gameplay loop is incredibly impressive in how it manages to get people to play it. In that the story, in my opinion, is one of the more important selling points for the entire series. And when I say that the Senran Kagura games are brilliant, what I mainly am saying is the storytelling is incredibly good. It's genius, and it's genuinely interesting to go through all of these characters' lives in these games. Because it really does manage to explore a lot of really dark fucking topics. And that is, in my opinion, one of the things that makes it very deceptive about how good this series is. Because you wouldn't normally expect too much depth from a game that's just a bunch of anime titties fucking everywhere. And that's kind of in some ways bad and in some ways great. Because while you wouldn't expect it, it's genuinely awesome and important that it is there, just because it gives people who do give this series a chance more of a deep and genuinely fucking dope experience. I don't know how to use words to describe this shit because I wrote a script and fucking lost it. But this series does so much so very well. And I started with the DS games, and they were pretty fucking dope. I say DS, I mean the 3DS, but they were fucking dope. They were pretty good fucking games. Kick-ass soundtrack. I mean, they all have a pretty damn good soundtrack. I mean, you wouldn't fucking know that because the game decided to fucking, not boot with any kind of audio. I don't know why. Don't feel like adjusting anything to fix it. I've already tried and don't give enough of a shit. But the games have amazing soundtracks. They have amazing fucking sound design in general, actually. Because the fucking sound effects, every hit feels fucking meaty, and one of the more important things to making that is good sound design. Every level in every game feels just the exact way you would want it to. Like, if you're in one of the more foresty stages, everything feels like you're in a foresty area. Just nothing seems wrong or out of place when you're in different environments. Like when you're in a more of a cityscape environment in some of these games, it feels like a cityscape. The forest areas, as I said, feel like a forest area. The school environments feel like a school environment. And the art design is one of the most crucial factors along with the sound. And I feel that Senran Kagura is amazing when it comes to stuff like that. It always seems to be just perfectly on point with how it manages to just portray areas in a way that you would, realistically expect them to be. Now, I mean, maybe they're a bit off in regards of, wow, this school is incredibly fucking empty and yet filled with a bunch of dickheads with swords, but, I mean, the same fucking diff. That's just what you'd expect from a fucking game where it's basically just a side-scroller beat 'em up put into a 3D plane. And this is just a lot of fucking rambling. Jesus Christ, I really do need this fucking script. But I should probably just get myself back on track because I've just skipped around fucking everywhere and then I start thinking about what the fuck I've been saying. But TLDR on that, the storytelling is great. And just to get back to that, it's something that I can genuinely say, if you haven't experienced the story, it's, in my opinion, one of the better parts of the series. Like, sure, the gameplay is fucking amazing, and that's important, but the storytelling, I feel, is where the games really, really shine. And they're broken up into visual novel segments and gameplay segments. And the gameplay segments they're pretty fucking good. And, there's a little bit of character interaction here, a little bit of character interaction there. But the story in those visual novel segments is one of the areas that I can safely say has some of the greatest character interaction of pretty much any anime RPG or anime-themed game I've fucking seen. Because, and this is why I say this game is deceptively brilliant. God damn it. Deceptively brilliant is that the games have an incredibly dark story with a very well built open world, or open world is a really wrong way of putting that, but a really well built kind of whole world. Like you feel like these characters don't just exist in one spot in time. You feel like there's genuine progression of time, of character development, and of, the whole of their lives. You can always feel like these characters are going through experiences, learning from them, and growing from them. And that's just kind of basic fucking storytelling and basic plot development of anything. But for an anime game like this, it is very dark and very well fucking written for how dark it is. And kind of to only do minor spoilers, in my opinion, the characters go through just all sorts of fucking bullshit. Like, every single fucking character has gone through just the most atrocious bullshit you can fucking think of. And I'm gonna not spoil any of them specifically, but, like, fucking death is one of the fucking, like, more important themes of the entire series. And they handle it brilliantly. Like, fucking coming to terms with death is something that a lot of fucking, I mean, media in general fucking has to do. Like, characters will fucking die eventually, and it's an easy out for a lot of fucking shows, games, and movies is to just say, oh, the character died, and that makes fucking, you know, real fucking impact on the characters' lives, and they don't handle it well. They handle it, but they just don't. Ah, God damn it. They don't handle it incredibly well. They just use it as a quick way to drive the story forward. And that's. It does move the story forward, but it does not do a great job of giving genuinely decent character interactions and genuine, you know, like, believable storytelling. It fucking sucks. But these games have, and I mean, what's going on the screen right now is very obviously going to fucking, you know, make it apparent that, yeah, these games are not afraid to fucking be weird as all hell, but it's that storytelling that really fucking drives it over a very specific line. The line of, it's just a lewd anime game, into the line of, these games have something far deeper than you would anticipate. And that depth mostly comes from how they manage to give these characters believable, not only interaction, but believable backstories. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people miss, is that you can really be drawn into a story one of two ways, and potentially both. The first way is that the world is really well built, and the second way is that the characters are really well built. And if you have both, you've got a very, very interesting, believable, and genuinely fucking, I don't want to say fucking well-rounded, but whatever you would call that for that kind of a situation, world, where everything clicks together and feels natural and right, and you can genuinely say, I fucking love experiencing this story, this world, and everything in it. And it'll want you, or you'll want to keep going back to it. And that's not only very important, but it's something that the entirety of the series does incredibly well. So, when you have characters behaving in a believable way, that you have their background to say, yeah, I can understand all of that motivation, and that makes sense, it just adds a little bit more and a little bit more, and that stuff starts compounding on top of itself. In that you're constantly being exposed to new information for different characters, and you're understanding why certain characters would act in that way. And that's something that the games do an incredibly good job at, and I feel I can't put into words for goddamn shit because I fucking suck at it, but whatever. Anyway, to get more into a game-by-game basis, fucking, in my opinion, the height of the series is definitely Estival. Estival is, to this day, I think the game that if I wanted to have somebody start out in this entire franchise, I would recommend them Estival, because Estival is pretty fucking good. It's a game that's got the gameplay, the story, and just all around best qualities of the series. Now, you might want to say, okay, well, why not just start somebody out in the beginning of the fucking series with Burst on the 3DS, or Burst Renewal, the fucking remake of it. And I would say, because Estival is a very big game, in spite of how kinda, I mean, late in the series, I guess, is one way to put it. It's not the first, it's not the last, but it's just far enough in that there's a lot of characters and a lot to go through, but you also have the added benefit of the gameplay is absolutely solid. Shinobi, fucking absolutely decent gameplay. I wouldn't in any way fault that game. The game plays really well, but you can see a clear step up in quality between Shinobi and Estival. And I think that's something that's incredibly important, is that that step does exist there, and that's a crucial step to have been taken. In that, sure, Shinobi was good, and it did a lot of things right, but Estival made the things that I would say were not wrong with Shinobi, but didn't feel as polished, especially in the gameplay department, I would say, is where a lot of my initial critique of that game would start, is that the gameplay wasn't as solid in Shinobi, to make it incredibly simple. But Estival corrects a lot of those issues, and I feel like that's another one of the reasons that Burst would also not be the game I would recommend, or Burst Renewal, because Burst and Re, I guess, while having been the, well, start of the story, neither one does the gameplay quite how Estival did it. And that's not like, oh, I fucking like this game first, like being a Gen 1er in Pokemon. No, I feel like a genuinely, like, I can sincerely say Estival actually did a better job gameplay-wise, and maybe not story-wise, because, well, it's important to have the start of the story, but, God damn it. Shinobi and Estival were kind of a newer spot for the series, where I can say fairly confidently that there was a lot that the series needed to bring it forward because of the fact of how Deep Crimson, a game I mentioned earlier, if they never re-release it, would probably drive me up a fucking wall because of just how fucking tight that gameplay is. God fucking damn it. But in addition to the gameplay, the story of that was incredible. And I feel that while being on the 3DS was pretty limiting, the overall quality is something that I can safely say was so high that it would be a shame to have it permanently locked onto that system. Because the reason I can't say start with Burst is because Burst leads directly into Deep Crimson, but Deep Crimson is from a different timeline. Fucking mixed timeline shit's annoying. But it's safe to say, I say so many of these things a lot because I don't have a script, but I would say it's incredibly fair. God damn it! Okay, fuck, I lost my concentration there. But I would say that to call the Burst games the one you would want to start somebody out with to be a bad idea, I can justify that by saying Burst, while being the start story-wise, both of them feel lesser than Estival does, in the fact that they are fairly solid gameplay-wise, and they're fairly solid story-wise. Neither one of the Burst games kind of... God damn it! Fucking getting more distracted by the gameplay than I am the fucking things I wanted to say, because I didn't even write any of this down. But to put it again, God damn it! Fuck me. So I would say it, and I don't think it would be entirely inaccurate to put it this way, that while they start the series, the Burst games, they don't feel quite as polished as Estival did. and I guess still does, because it still definitely exists. But Estival has just everything going for it. A solid story, solid gameplay mechanics, solid just sound design, everything from the music to the levels, everything feels right. The first Burst game doesn't even feel like the same genre as everything that followed it. Fucking Burst Re feels like it just copies Estival, which, in fairness, Estival copied Shinobi, but did just enough to change it that it is a genuinely better overall experience. Not, how do I want to put this? Not a clone, I guess is how I'd put it. But you really can't call it a clone because it's the same series, but it's kind of like how Pokemon's the same fucking thing every time. But to put it fucking basically summarized here, I wouldn't start with Burst on the 3DS because it's not only is it a game that not a lot of people are going to have played, but it's also on a system that's fucking good luck finding a copy of that physically or even just, giving enough of a fuck to download it. But it doesn't feel like Senran Kagura, even if the story and everything is, the Senran Kagura. But Deep Crimson is a game that, while it is amazing, you need to have played that game to understand Deep Crimson. But Deep Crimson and that first one are so separated from the main series, it kind of sucks because of how good they were and the system they're locked on. But Burst Re is also, in much the same fashion, I can't recommend it because of the changes that it makes from Estival. And a lot of those changes are incredibly minor, but they're just noticeable enough and change up just enough of the formula of the Estival kind of base that I like to refer to it as, that I almost feel like it's a different game again. And that's not to say it's bad, but I would also say it doesn't add enough to warrant it existing. Not just warrant in general, but warrant it, being there. How do I put this? What else do I want to talk about? The sound design, story, basically, that's it, I think. But, TLDR, fucking Estival does a lot of shit. And Shinobi does a lot of shit. And Burst does a lot of shit. And Deep Crimson does a lot of shit. And it's a lot to go over, and there's changes from every one of them. And I think they all, in their own rights, are worth playing for not only the story, but the fucking gameplay as well. And I guess I should fucking talk about the side series. The side series games, for example, Peach Ball and Peach... Fuck, what was it called? Peach Beach Splash, fucking Bon Appetit, and fucking... What the fuck was that other one? I can never remember the fucking name of. Reflections. I feel like even the side games feel so vastly different from the main games while still retaining everything that the main series games do just so perfect. God, son of a bitch. Do so perfectly that it would almost be a crime to not fucking talk about them and discuss just how good these side games are. Because I love pinball. In fact, one of the only reasons I own an older computer that can fucking run the original, or has by default, I guess technically, basically almost every Windows machine now can technically run that fucking Windows XP fucking space pinball thing. I can never remember what the fuck it's actually called. But the only reason I own that is because of that game being so fucking good. It's a very solid pinball simulator. This, as I'd said, is, god fucking damn it, also a very good pinball simulator. I wouldn't actually even want to call it a simulator because it doesn't really simulate pinball. It kind of reinvents it. But, aside from the fact that that's almost borderline exactly reinventing the wheel, but it is a very good take on the genre. For example, the gameplay has changed up enough from a regular pinball machine and some other pinball games that I can safely say this has reasons to exist, and I would probably play this over some other ones for, fair good reason, because the gameplay is solid, the story is... I was gonna take a drink, but I gotta fucking talk, and now the fucking cutscene's over. And the gameplay, the story, the music, which apparently killed itself, and I don't know what the fuck happened there, but all of those things add up to an experience that makes it different from the genre that it's, very, very, very obviously trying to break into, and, give itself a decent foothold to say, hey, this game is fucking great, here's why you should play it. And it's important for it to exist in the regard of it is an excellent fucking pinball game on its own. God fucking damn it. Then you have Bon Appetit, which is a cooking and rhythm game. I don't really know how to fucking describe that any other way that makes that sound less dumb. But it is an excellent fucking rhythm game in its own right, and that is something that I can safely say makes it worth playing over, for example, say, Citus or Osu. I would, for various reasons, want to play that over any of the other ones at different points in time. Maybe I'm looking for something obviously more lewd and anime titty themed, because I don't know why. But if you do want that, god damn it, fuck. There are distinctive reasons that you would play that over any of the alternative options out there. And in addition to that, once again, story and sound design and various other things allow it to be more than just an anime titty fucking version of a fucking cooking game with, tits. I don't really know how else to put that. But, oh, I fucking hope I don't fuck this up. Really hope I don't fuck this up on accident. But, continuing on, without, losing too much, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it! Without losing too much of what I was trying to focus on, I'm saying I'm focusing on anything here would be almost lying. God damn it. There we go. Son of a bitch. One. Only you could hit them from the back. That sounds like an innuendo. Perfect. There we go. Fuck was I talking about 30 seconds ago? I don't even fucking know anymore. But, I say that a lot too. Yeah, there's reasons to play those. There's always a reason to play the other games rather than just, say, oh, it's a write-off, it's a, it's an attempt to cash grab on that kind of genre. They never feel that way, in my opinion. They always feel like they're offering something more than just anime titties in this genre. And that's fucking dope. Because without that, I'd say you almost... Without all the parts of it, the parts being excellent sound design, fucking amazing story writing, and all of the other things that make this super important, that you might not notice them, or notice the entire franchise. God damn it, I can't focus on all these fucking things everywhere. God damn it. I might need a second to do this. Oh, fuck. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. My eyes are being violently assaulted by colors. I don't know how to handle that. So much bullshit going on the screen right now. I'm making it easy. Fucking damn it. If it isn't incredibly obvious This is not one of my favorite machines in this game. Definitely fucking prefer the first one. And again, that's the one I play the most often, so maybe if I played this one more, I'd fucking, I'd know how to deal with some of this shit. Is at any point this going to fucking steal that other ball away from me, or am I just gonna rack up a billion fucking points this way? Oh, come on. I just want to hit the fucking goddamn fan over there, but I can't do that. I don't want to lose these balls. That would probably lead to me losing the fucking game. Or ending the game. I'm not going to lose. I've already won. Come on. Come on. Son of a bitch. This is lasting way longer than it's supposed to. Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god. Fuck. Shit. God damn it. No! Oh, it stole it away from me. Oh, if I can hit that one. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Too easy. Ah, fuck. I forgot how much I hate this one. Fuck. Fuck. God damn it. One more. There we go. That is not fucking easy for me. I'm not very good at that shit. But, whatever. Where the fuck was I? I think it just finished. Okay. Then you've got, the Splatoon rip-off, if you can call it that. And I would certainly say it's probably fair to call it a Splatoon rip-off. Just, it feels like anime titty Splatoon. So, Splatoon, but the fanfiction. God damn it! Well, that's not going to be good. I started talking at just the wrong fucking time. No, 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 no! God fucking damn it. I could have kept that rally going for a lot longer than I did. Whatever. Well, at this point I've already ended it, so might as well just fucking keep going. Fucking, yeah, it definitely feels visually like it's a Splatoon ripoff, but the story's actually, you know, decent. Fucking, I mean, it's definitely not the main series, which I will admit, the main series definitely has a far better, far more impressively well-written story than any of these side games ever fucking did, or probably ever will. Just in general, there we go. In general, all of the side story games have a slightly weaker story and plot development overall in comparison to the main series games. But that being said, their gameplay is still unique. For example, I would say Splatoon definitely has its perks. It's a very cooperative game, or not cooperative, depending on how you get matched up, or how you feel like playing. But it doesn't really have the same single player. Like, there's no bots to play against. Peach Beach Splash, definitely fucking top tier. It has bots. It's got multiplayer. It's dead as fuck multiplayer, but it's multiplayer. It's got reasons to play it, and that's great. That's fucking dope. But just it does things uniquely. It feels completely different than Splatoon. Any other third-person shooter even feels completely different. I mean, it's obviously copying Splatoon, but it feels different in every regard, and that's dope. That's something I can say is fucking god tier. I love that. It does another genre and does another take on that genre that actually gives it a reason to be in the fucking genre. It exists, and it's good, and it's not a blatant copy of any of those other games in that genre. And that's something I can safely say is also kind of brilliant, is these games all feel incredibly vastly different from the genres that they are at times copying or blatantly ripping off. If you want to, I don't even know why I put air quotes on that. It very clearly was. But that's fucking awesome. And that's something I can safely say. If any other game series did it, it would feel kind of wrong. But these games do it, and it actually is interesting and feels just, unique enough to be worth playing. And the beat 'em up main series games feel solid on their own, and I can warrant playing those as well because of the gameplay, the story, the sound design, just every single thing about it is worth it. But that all aside, very, very decent, fantastic games. Even the fucking side stories, the anime is fucking great, and I think that while all of this definitely has that kind of off-putting fucking anime titties, that's the entirety of the series, kind of distinct, if you really want to call it that, overall outside view feel to it, they do have a lot going for them that warrants somebody, I would say, who might have been put off by that to play them anyways and just experience this stuff for themselves, because it is definitely worth it. Definitely, definitely worth it. God damn it. But that being said, I'm going to start actually focusing. I want to really do pretty well on this if I can. But yeah, no, I'd safely say that if you've thought maybe I should play this fucking franchise, play it. Give it a go. These games are fucking amazing. Every single one of them has reasons to play it. And while I definitely said I might be biased and I would recommend Estival as somebody's starting point to the series rather than Shinobi or Burst or even Deep Crimson, which I, to this day, will always say Deep Crimson is the game that I feel is the pinnacle for me. But that also might just be because, god damn it, I just really liked that game. The story was tight. It was... I've always been a staunch fucking advocate of the 3DS's 3D effect is not a fucking gimmick, and it has games where it is very clearly just that is the reason to have a 3DS. For example, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D is, in my opinion, one of the best examples of why that game's 3D effect is fucking amazing. Like, I'm sorry, not that game. The fucking 3DS's 3D effect is just amazing and is worth fucking having, turned on just to experience stuff like that. And I love regular Metal Gear Solid 3D. The fuck did I just say? Snake Eaters. Metal Gear Solid Snake... can I talk today? Jesus fuck. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Because Snake Eater is fucking fantastic. It is just an incredible experience from start to end. It's definitely a Metal Gear game in that it's fucking over the top in so many ways. But it's also incredibly fucking good in that 3D effect is fucking just an extra little bonus for that 3D version, and I think that just adds so much to it. And I just realized I spent way more time talking about a game that is not the Senran Kagura series than I probably should have. But to put it back where this should be, the 3D effect in Deep Crimson is one of the best fucking aspects of the entire game, and in my opinion, possibly even the entire franchise, is that game had that gimmick, And that gimmick was fucking amazing. But, that being said, wow, I really do repeat a lot of these phrases a lot when I don't have a fucking script, don't I? Whew. I'm giving myself a headache. But, God damn it. I'm trying to focus on so much bullshit at once again that I can't even fucking talk. God damn it! Too many pretty fucking colors everywhere and it's fucking distracting! But anyways, I fucking love these games. They have so much to them that just on first glance you wouldn't notice because of the fact that they're just, it's all hidden behind that wall of I don't want to be seen buying or playing a game with fucking anime titties all over the thing. Unless that is literally what you fucking enjoy doing, in which case absolutely fucking go for it, and you probably have already heard of and played this fucking series. And that's fucking dope. But these games are just fan-fucking-tastic in a lot of ways. Like I said, I fucking bring it up every time. The music is fucking great. And I was good when I fucking got my phone at the beginning of this fucking stream. I was going to switch to fucking audio fucking instead of having the non-existent game audio that is going on right now. I was going to have it just playing the fucking Deep Crimson soundtrack. Like I said, I really like Deep Crimson. Fan fucking tastic game overall. But oh god damn it! Fuck. God damn it. Whatever. Yeah, no. I think I've officially run out of things to say. Which means it's probably time to fucking play. Because at this point, I'm probably going to stop after this anyway. Can I fucking... There. Yep. There. Yep. There. God damn it! Whatever. Kaboom. Whatever. Anyways. Yeah, this is some of the best gameplay fucking in any kind of genre. Like, Senran Kagura does so much to make it worth playing those games. Like, it's great, and I love everything about that because of how well it manages to do it. Like, this is pinball, but Senran Kagura pinball. Any other fucking franchise, like for example Star Wars, would just make fucking that one 3D pinball company be like, oh, would you like to fucking make a Star Wars pinball game? Senran Kagura says, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it our way, and it's going to be fucking awesome. And they managed to pull it off, and it's fucking awesome. And that's something that I can say not a lot of other fucking franchises or IPs even would fucking, you know, be likely to do, because they probably wouldn't be able to even do it this well, and I kind of hate that. But whatever. God damn it, again? Come on, god damn it. Kaboom. Bang. Ba-bang, bang, bang. I don't really know. I don't know what the fucking sound effects for this are. I'm kind of disappointed that this shit didn't have its fucking sound effects and music going, because I really like that shit in this game. It's fucking hilarious. But, you know, I think that if I'm going to have to keep talking here, because I haven't fucking finished this yet, and I really do want to get a maximum amount of points at God fucking damn it. Maximum amount of points at this as I can. Fucking I guess I might as well talk about this game since it's what's fucking on screen. But I really like how this game really manages to fucking give off the fucking feeling of, yeah, this is really fucking happening. There is someone sitting on this arcade machine, and you are really fucking smacking the living shit out of him with a fucking fuzzy ass fucking, what do you even call that? Fucking pinball ball? Massive question mark? I don't even know, but it gives off the kind of feel that I bring up, but I don't really know how to explain too well. Like, I feel like this could be a plausible thing, but then again, that ball is also probably, like, several fucking inches across in just massive size, because there's an entire ass person on this fucking pinball table, unless you just, like, I don't fucking know. You just immediately fucking shrunk the fuck out of them like some Honey I Shrunk the Kids level shit. I don't fucking know. But that's one of the things that's fucking great, is that I don't fucking think about it while I'm playing until that exact second. But, like, even when you think about it, it's just like, wow, they really didn't explain that. But they don't need to in this kind of an instance, because it's fucking hilarious that they didn't explain it, and it just leaves it up to your imagination. Like, huh, so is that just a massive ping pong table? Holy fuck, that's not right. Pinball, god damn it. Pinball table? What do you call it? Pinball table? Whatever. Is that a massive pinball table, or is that literally just fucking Honey, We Shrunk the Kids kind of shit? And I don't remember if they ever say it explicitly. I'm pretty sure they don't. But I don't really fucking care, because either way you fucking spin that is fucking hilarious. Either that is literally a massive pinball fucking machine. That's probably the word I should have been using. Pinball machine. Or they Honey, I Shrunk the fucking Kids this shit. That is probably not the best way of describing that. I'm sure that'll fucking not get copyright strike the shit out of when I inevitably upload raw fucking footage. Whatever. But, yeah, no. I think that that's something that this game does well, and it's hilarious, is that there's just things that it doesn't explain sometimes, especially this one specifically, where it doesn't matter that they don't explain it, because your own fucking concept of, okay, so that's what's happening here, is probably fucking funnier than anything they would have told you. And I think it would take away from it to say, God damn it! It would take away from that to explain it. Just to explain what the fuck is actually happening would ruin just the level of clusterfuck that some of this shit is. I should probably stop talking now, because I actually gotta focus. Come on, come on. Okay. I don't actually know what the threshold is on that fucking upper area, but I wish I knew. It's not gonna change over to 3, is it? God damn it. No, 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 no! Doesn't matter. I can keep the rally going. I am speed. Ka-chow. I don't know why I said that. That doesn't have anything to do with this game, but it's fucking hilarious. Da-da-da-da-da. Fucking memes, am I right, my dudes? I am hip with the fucking kids. Despite the fact that I think today's youth are just about the dumbest sacks of shit in fucking all of human history. Fucking hell's wrong with y'all motherfuckers. Eating Tide Pods, fucking playing Fortnite. I'm shitting on a game, but I play Fortnite too. Because I just genuinely fucking hate losing at PUBG, and fucking showing up and stomping little shit out of fucking kids in PUBG is just fucking... God damn it! Whatever. I don't need to get into why I hate kids these days, but damn, kids these days are fucking retarded. Then again, maybe I'm just fucking too old for the kids, too fucking young to be an adult. I don't know. Man, what the fuck is wrong with society? I say, playing a game where you literally are smacking the living shit out of fucking some motherfucking tits with a goddamn pinball machine, and it doesn't fucking make any goddamn sense. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Reality is but a construct. It is all a figment of our imagination, and society is nothing. We are all in the Matrix. Illuminati. I don't even know anymore. Just... God damn it. Okay, perfect. Fine. Fantastic. I'm fucking done here. Oh, fuck. I am just slightly more hungover than I probably should be. But I gotta put something out before tomorrow because I promised I'd do it. Not to anyone watching this, but to somebody y'all don't need to know. Fuck you. I pointed way the fuck away from the camera because I completely forgot it's way the fuck up there. Man, I need some fucking food. Maybe I should get some Taco Bell. That'd be fucking dope. I think I'm getting some Taco Bell after this. It's 5 p.m. I can warrant getting some Taco Bell. Skip. Oh boy, I got an achievement. That's fucking wonderful. Yay! Congratulations me for doing this. This is what I've done. That's another thing. What other fucking game are you gonna fucking see something like this? I mean, maybe a Suda51 game. That guy is also kind of fucking legendary in how fucking hilariously what the fuck those games are. And I guess it's... You know, to this day, I can never remember if Suda51 is the same fucker that did the... Oh, I'm getting distracted here. I can never remember if Suda51 is the same guy who did the... Fucking Killer is Dead. Was it Killer is Dead? Wait, hold on. What the fuck am I thinking of? Jesus fuck, I'm thinking of so many different things at once. Not Killer Instinct, that's that fighting game. It's not Killer 7. I think Killer 7 was the Suda51. Am I thinking of Killer is Dead? The one where the guy running around with a fucking lightsaber thing? I fucking forget. I know it's not a lightsaber, but that one. Damn, I really wish I fucking had my script, because this would be a lot less shit and a lot shorter if I fucking did. Wow, I am woefully fucking unprepared for anything I fucking do in life. Yay me. Whatever. But yeah, no, Suda51's fucking, like, great. But then again, it's probably more fair to just say that fucking Japanese game developers in general just have, like, that fucking level of, I don't even know what the fuck we're doing in society anymore to them. But yeah, no, like, oh my god, I fucking... Kojima games, fucking, they're fucking lit. Suda51, lit. I don't want to say Senran Kagura games, but, like, I don't know what... you know, that's one of the other things, is just kind of like Mars. I don't know who the fuck actually produces this shit. Like, I don't actually know if it's, like, one fucking company, like Kojima, like, well, I guess he's more of a person, but, I mean... Can you even call that Kojima? What do you call that? But yeah, in the same way that I think of Metal Gear Solid as being Kojima, and that Suda51 is that guy who makes all the weird shit. Fuck, my wrist hurts. But yeah, no. I feel like fucking Senran Kagura just fits right in with the level of weirdness that is Japan. But yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna kill the stream here. I'm fucking done. I got the footage I need. Later, motherfuckers. Ya boy is fucking outie. That didn't stop it. That was the wrong one.